Okay, here we are in the front. This post is the limit of the garden for this little cottage. There's my little gardener there in the corner. Anyway, that gives you a fairly good view. You can see in the background there the cottage. It's semi-detached with a cottage half its size next door with a very nice French couple who live there. There's the barn. Okay, that's one property. I'll just swing through and show you this one from that white garage. This is what we call the big house. It sounds very grand, it's not actually. It's 2 bedrooms upstairs, left and right of the centre there, bathroom in the middle, downstairs, kitchen on the left, hallway with a loo downstairs and a sitting room on the right. On the left is a rough sort of garage thing, and it runs through to include that big tree there. And I'll come all the way around here. You can see vaguely what we're looking at. It's quite a big property and it's quite difficult to actually photograph it with an ordinary photograph. That's why this camera is, this video film will give you a much better idea. This is like a horse shelter, and it goes down to just before that stop sign. You can see there's a post with that post there, whoops, wobbling a bit. That's the boundary there, and I'll come back a bit on that. We'll walk down the lane here. It's about, from the house, it's about 50-60 metres. As you can see, there's not a lot of, there's a few houses in the hamlet. I'll just pan round to the left here. This lady doesn't live here anymore. Gentleman next door unfortunately died. There's about 14 houses in the hamlet, but on this side there are not very many occupied. I'll just stand in the corner of this field to give you an idea of where we are. Okay, so we're coming up to that post. Okay, so if we look down this hedge here, those trees belong to the neighbour. The trees down the bottom, the big ones, which are oaks, belong to the neighbour. And then, it's a little bit difficult to explain, but all the trees from the centre of the picture running right the way through, to include that very large poplar over there, they belong to the land. And there is another, perhaps half an acre the other side of those trees. If I pan around here, again it's a little bit difficult to describe fully where we are, but all of these trees you see at the moment, apart from the ones in the far distance, belong to the property. And then coming back, you can see, coming up the lane, there it is there, that's the big house, the corner of. So I'll walk back there and see what we got. We'll go in through the field round the back, and that'll give you a fairly good idea, I hope, of what's what. With a bit of luck, you're not too bored with the commentary. So far I've been very good. Oh, there's my little gardener in the corner there. Okay, so we come in here. This is the back garden of the big house. Nothing too special here. As you can see there's the rear kitchen window and the rear sitting room window. There is there in that, through that door there's a half cellar they call a sous-sol, which is the same, it's 45 square meters. Okay, hedge running down there. Let's see, we'll pan down to here. That's the field in the corner there. That white van over there belongs to the neighbour. And this is what we call the sort of orchard, running down to a veg patch that sadly looks a little bit careworn. All of these trees planted about 8 years ago, the ones you're looking at now, so they're quite mature now. Right round this side, we're coming to the hedge there, just the other side of these apple trees. There's a walnut here, which belongs to us. And what you see there, the hedge behind the walnut, that is the corner of our neighbour's land. So I'll take you over to there, and then we can look up back to the small cottage. So what you're looking at there is the neighbour's land. And then looking up here, walking up here, you can see just in the distance there, if I pan in, that is the rear bedroom with that window there is the kitchen window. Okay, I'll pan back. We've got raspberries planted there and all that kind of stuff. All sorts of stuff planted. This is the rear of the barn. What you see there in the distance with the two windows in it, that is the barn roof. In front of it, sloping up, is what we call in France a hangar. And it's essentially a covered area. It's what we'd call in England perhaps a Dutch barn. I'll walk in there now so you get an idea. This building here is a small, I think it was originally a chicken shed of some nature. It's about 12 square meters roughly. So here we are, this is the bottom of the hangar. The hangar is about 150 square meters of covered area. So we'll walk through here. Just have a peep in there. Old Land Rover, a tractor which is also for sale, and then that is the bottom half of the hangar. We walk through here. This will bring you to the top half, and that door is the rear door of the barn, which we just below the stairs, just next to the stairs that we walked up. There's a lockable sort of shed for tools in the back of the hangar. And this is the main area of the hangar where we store all the, well, anything that doesn't need to be covered and what have you, all the wood. Okay, there's a lot of wood there. And this is the back of the barn, the rear part of the barn. You can see there, they've obviously, when the barn was built, there was a doorway that they obviously catered for, but filled in. Okay, so we walk through next door. This is the rear or side part of the hangar. The fence is the neighbour, with some old sheds the previous English owner built, which I believe are going to be taken down, I'm not certain. Anyway, so we turn around again, and there is the hangar. I'll just walk in and pan right through across from one corner, whoops, like that. The tractor, by the way, has a hydraulic front loading system, a 1.8 meter topping machine. In fact, I'll just walk down here so you can see the back of it. I have some spring-tine harrows for it, seed leveling harrow. That machine attached to it is the topper. That machine on the right is actually a homemade wood chipper. It chips branches. It's actually quite effective. Takes up to 4.5 centimetre. Okay, and panning back up there. So they have that. And then we'll just walk up here back into the courtyard. So you've got an idea of what's happening up here. This was planted several years ago. There's some rhodos just about to come out. All a little bit late here. It's been quite cool here. Okay, so here we are back in the courtyard. And that, as I say, is the kitchen window. And here we are back again. Well, I hope you've been interested and, you know, haven't been too bored with the commentary. Bye now.